And yes, it sets us free. But a bad habit, I'll repeat, a bad habit is a harmful routine or practice, and that can enslave us. Included with bad habits are addictions like smoking, overdrinking, drug abuse, and also note this, what the Bible lists as bad. Read with me at Galatians chapter 5, verses 19 to 21. These are bad habits. They're listed as works of the flesh. In fact, it reads at verse 19, Galatians chapter 5, now the works of the flesh are manifest, and they are fornication, uncleanness, loose conduct, idolatry, practice of spiritism, enmities, strife, jealousy, fits of anger, contentions, divisions, sects, envies, drunken bouts, revelries, and things like these. Now, the question is, how can we who are enslaved overcome these bad habits? First, one needs to note something important. You must replace negative traits with positive ones. Positive ones, yes, like the 9 that are listed as the fruit of God's Spirit. Are you still open to Galatians chapter 5? Look at verse 22 and 23. Now, we won't read those, but we want your eye to glance over them. And especially note the first one, love, and the last one, self-control. It's very important to repeat that first one, love. Seriously, we ask of you who are enslaved, do you love the truth? How about Jehovah? Do you love Him, yourself, your family, your freedom? Well, if that's the case, then exercise that last one. Repeat it again, self-control. In fact, you must control your actions to overcome any bad habit. You must exercise self-control, definitely. Here's a suggestion. Look in the mirror. Talk to yourself. Be calm. Be positive. Be in control. You can win. Yes, you can quit the enslavement, but you have to talk to yourself and convince yourself. Also, you have to talk to someone else. Please get with me in the Bible, Psalm 55. Notice verse 2, or rather 22. Psalm 55, verse 22. One must pray for Jehovah's help. Here it indicates that we should throw your burden upon Jehovah Himself, and He Himself will sustain you. Never will He allow the righteous one to totter. Do you feel like a righteous one? Maybe not all the way fully righteous, but are you on your way to righteousness with our Creator Jehovah? Then it says He will not allow you to totter. After you pray to Jehovah and talk a little to yourself to convince yourself, then it's best to enlist the help of others. Plus, imitate the faith of fellow believers who have conquered bad habits. Now, among Jehovah's Witnesses, there are many who have successfully overcome bad habits. We're going to interview two publishers who were enslaved to a bad habit, in fact, a harmful addiction. Now, this was before they came into truth. First, we'll turn our attention to Brother Matthew Hassler. He's from the Lehigh congregation in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Brother Hassler, how long were you enslaved to this habit of drug abuse?
It was for about 8 years, Brother Schaefer.
Oh, okay. What motivated your change?
Well, I had been studying the Bible for a couple of years, and despite the fact that my wife set an excellent example, I felt that the truth was good for her and for the kids, but it wasn't really for me.
Okay. What challenges then did you face to conquer the bad habit?
Well, what I did was, I was training to run a marathon in Philadelphia, so I decided to quit smoking marijuana while I was training in order to get in better shape. But I overtrained and got a stress fracture in my leg, and I had to stop running.
What happened then?
Well, after I had been quit smoking for like 4 to 6 weeks, it seemed like a whole cloud of smoke came out of my brain, and I was able to really get the sense of the truth. It began to have real meaning for me.
Would you be able to compare your lifestyle now with then?
Well, yeah, obviously I quit smoking, but today my lifestyle is meaningful, and it's satisfying and purposeful.
What would you say to someone who is now struggling to overcome a bad habit or even an addiction?
Well, obviously to lean very heavily on Jehovah, and also to stay as far as possible away from people who use drugs or wherever drugs might happen to be.
All right, thank you. Let's talk to a sister now. Sister Rosemarie Schaefer, also from the Lehigh congregation. How long were you enslaved to this bad habit of smoking?
It was 8 years. I started when I was 16.
What motivated your change?
Well, it was when I started to study the Bible. Now, I didn't stop smoking right away. After the sister would leave, I would smoke. And then a few studies later, I started to think, this is wrong, and it's not fair to the sister that was spending her time with me. So I began to pray to Jehovah, and he did help me.
Okay, what other challenges did you face to conquer the bad habit?
Well, there were 1 or 2 times when I'd be somewhere and I'd see someone smoking. I felt like I wanted to have a cigarette. But what I did was say a silent prayer to Jehovah, and again, he helped me.
That would help anyone, all right? Are you able to compare your lifestyle now with then?
Yes, I'm healthy and I'm happy. And the reason I say that, I had 3 sisters that smoked, and they all died of cancer. And I'm happy because I have Jehovah in my life.
And you're still here, okay? What would you say? What would you say to someone who is struggling to overcome a bad habit?
Well, you have to want to stop, and then pray to Jehovah, and he'll help you.
Very good. Thank you both very much. Now you must believe that Jehovah wants you to enjoy freedom from any bad habit. You have to convince yourself of that. He'll help you. He won't let any of us be tempted beyond what we can stand. So it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, you know, soon this whole system with its corruption, its temptations, its bad cravings will be destroyed. Then what? Then those who survive will be healed of all afflictions, including any craving for what is bad. Therefore, do your utmost today to fight against bad habits. Our next speaker, Brother Jay Schuster, will discuss how the truth sets us free from hopelessness. Brother Schuster.